Hello and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Coast to Coast, where I'm on part 10, which begins here at Richmond. This is the River Swale alongside me and you might be able to see glimpses of it through the trees. Richmond Castle is just up there, and actually we had enough time yesterday afternoon to really enjoy those ruins. Firstly, in the rain that we managed to miss all day yesterday, and then the rain came in and we were inside the keep at the time. Wind was howling and then the sun came out, so we managed to enjoy the rest of the place in the sunshine, and also visited the beautiful waterfalls that are just down up ahead, actually over here on my left. I can hear them, I can't see them because it's flowing downriver that way. So this section here I'm going to film over 2 days. I'm going to include it as one video because neither me nor Alice really fancy doing 23 miles in a day. So what we're doing is about 13 or so miles, I think, to Danby Wiske. And then tomorrow we're going to do Danby Wiske to Ingleby Ancliffe. So we're breaking this one long flat section over 2 days. Our legs are feeling a little bit sore, so I think we're going to appreciate the slightly shorter days. And then after that we're hitting the Cleveland Hills, so hopefully we'll be nice and rested, not too exhausted before we hit the mighty Cleveland Hills. So I'm just leaving Richmond at the moment, and the way markings actually show me to follow the road out of the town rather than the old railway line, which sits just parallel to me over there. But I have had a little view of St Martin's Priory. It's a scheduled ancient monument and the upstanding remains are Grade 1 listed, and actually dates back to the 12th century. And there was a little view of the Priory Church as well, which was really nice. So I'm hoping that this parallel path is actually going to join up with the original route very soon. We're just close to Bolton-on-Swale at the moment. It's just the other side of the river, over in that direction. And this field actually marks the site of St Giles Hospital. And they're usually kept on the outskirts of towns and villages because of infectious diseases like leprosy. And this site here was founded probably around the late 12th century, although there's no exact record saying when it was constructed. And there are definitely some earthworks in the fields of sort of square enclosures. And I think I can also see some medieval kind of ridge and furrow. Look here, you've got multiple ridges and furrows over there. So now we're going through some grazing fields. There's lots of cows. Mostly they seem to be in the fields alongside. Fingers crossed they stay over there and not in the fields I'm walking through. We're going to be going, I think, under the A1 very soon. I'm going to go around this nice wet boggy bit and then over towards Bolton-on-Swale. And I think we're going to stop there for a good 15 or 20 minutes, have a spot of lunch. It's about 11:30 now. We've done almost 7 kilometres today. So we've arrived here at Catar Bridge, and the old medieval bridge is just here. Now originally I think the first one was built in 1422, and then it was pretty much rebuilt in 1565, and it's currently a grade 2 star listed building, and we're actually going to head straight over the top of it, so I'll be able to get a better look very soon. So we're just a few hundred metres away from Bolton-on-Swale, where we're going to stop for a little bit of lunch. But we've said our goodbyes to the River Swale itself. It sits probably 800 metres over there. We're not going to see the River Swale anymore. And where I am at the moment is Bolton-on-Swale Nature Reserve, which is owned by the Yorkshire Wildlife Trust. And it's actually a series of gravel pits that have been flooded. There's an enormous lake behind the trees, full of wildlife. I can see loads of geese, some swans and stuff down there. And then there's another enormous lake here. Really nice that they're returning this to nature, whereas hundreds of years ago, whenever they dug these enormous gravel pits, just spotted a kestrel flying off, sorry. So yeah, when they dug these gravel pits, this would have been an industrial site, void of all wildlife. So we just had some lunch here at the Church of St Mary in Bolton-on-Swale, and this is a lovely grade 2 star listed building that dates back to the 14th century. But there certainly was occupation here way before then, because inside there is a part of an Anglo-Danish cross. Now it's not been dated, but it could be anywhere between sort of 7th or 9th century. And just the other side of the tower is the memorial to Henry Jenkins, which Wainwright has written a little piece about, who apparently lived to 169 years old. So that was a rather long 23.5 kilometres to Danby Wiske, but we've just arrived here. This is the Church of St Mary, and it's grade 1 listed. I've decided to stop here because this whole south wall, and there's an arch as well, dates to the 12th century. And it is a beautiful, beautiful historic building. I'm going to stop here overnight and then continue, I think, the final 9 miles or so to Ingleby Ancliffe. So we're back on the trail now, and we've just left Danby Wiske. It is a very fresh morning. It's about 3 degrees, but it is beautiful. Not a cloud in the sky today, and tomorrow was meant to be the same as well, but now it's showing cloud. I was really excited to do the Cleveland Hills in the sunshine, but hopefully it'll change, you never know. Fingers crossed. At least it's going to be dry. But yeah, so they've got about 8 miles-ish today from Danby Wiske to Ingleby Ancliffe, and then we've crossed the notorious Vale of Mowbray. And you know, there are a lot of comments saying that it's not the most enjoyable section, and actually I really enjoyed the bit from Richmond to Bolton-on-Swale. But then beyond that, there is pretty much nothing except fields for a good 7.5 miles, and that was a little bit boring compared to the rest of the trail. But I don't know what this part's going to be like. We'll just kind of see what we see as we make our way towards Ingleby. So we successfully navigated our way across the A19, which was absolutely horrible. Roaring traffic going 70 miles an hour and no clear place to cross except the break in the central reservation, and that's a junction as well, so very unpleasant. But it marks our final short stretch of about 600 metres into Ingleby Ancliffe. I've got the Cleveland Hills standing in front of me, waiting for us to walk over them tomorrow. So pray for some nice weather. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and also ring the bell to keep up to date with future uploads. And I will see you in the next part.